Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Ryan from the Super Collectors Unite Facebook group. Also have a YouTube channel, Southern Card Collector, and I'm here with a video on my favorite card from my collection. And that's not an easy task to figure out. So I'm gonna give you more than one, but I do have an ultimate card because when I first started thinking about which card I would select, I mean, there was one that just popped in my mind automatically. So I gotta go with that card. There's a lot of good reasons why, but there's so many other cards. It's very hard to decide just on one card that's your favorite because we all love, our collection a lot. So I'm gonna give you just a little overview of what I collect, share some of my super collections really quick, and then we'll jump into a few cards, and then I'll give you my number one card. My super collection consists of the great Hall of Fame Brave Hank Aaron. So you can see here's several of the cards of Aaron that I have here in my display case, along with this side of the display case as well. So working on his playing day run right now. That's mostly what I collect of his. Also been working on a small, slow process of picking up some Hall of Fame in-person autos, and not everything in this case is that, but you can see there's a few here that I've already been able to pick up. So that's part of one of my small super collections that I got going on. For football, Derrick Henry is my guy, and so here's just my case hits and an autograph patch card of Derrick Henry's. I'm a big Alabama football guy. Sorry guys out there if you're Florida State fans. I completely understand your argument, so no bones about it here with me, but there's some of my Alabama guys, and I'll show you. I'll flip through a contenders box of that stuff, and then just this really cool Griffey here that I recently had graded, that I had pulled out of a pack back in 2020. From the 90s, early 2000s, Javi Lopez is my main collection. Here you see some modern stuff of his. He's gotten a lot of love from Panini since they've lost their license, so you're seeing a lot of former players in their sets, and of course prospects, but Javi has definitely been given some love over the past year. And there's one card missing right here that I'm going to share with you in the latter part of this video. Here are a few of the cards that I really wanted growing up as a kid, and as I got into adulthood was able to finally add these to my collection. I did have this Fleer Griffey growing up, but never had the upper deck until about 4 or 5 years ago. This is my Hank Aaron autographed game model bat. Even though Freddie Freeman is no longer with the Atlanta Braves, he is still definitely one of my favorite players. I just haven't collected him a lot since he left Atlanta, but I did hang on to some really significant cards in my collection. I've sold off a lot, but put on some pretty important cards for me as I was collecting him while he was in Atlanta, and I occasionally pick up a Freeman card here or there, but these definitely are the kind of the staple cards that are going to stick with my collection. A couple other Hall of Famers here with Eddie Matthews with the Braves and Warren Spahn, so some of my vintage. And of course the great Bob Uecker. This case houses some random cards that are really just things that I really enjoy, really like. I've got some non-sports cards, like you can see here with the Dunder Mifflin cards. I've got some Star Wars cards. My favorite non-sports cards are these Lord of the Rings autograph cards from back in the early 2000s. A huge set, still have plenty more to pick up, but I wanted to start off with the Hobbit group, so still gotta get Dominic Monaghan's. And just a couple other cards that I have here in the collection. This old wooden case was owned by the guy at our local card shop. He would take it to our local mall, and he would have several of these set up to sell cards out of. And I just I was able to pick it up from a family friend of mine. And I've got a lot of my collection that are in one touches, mags, and some top loader stuff in here. These first 4 rows are all part of my Javi Lopez PC, along with some binders that I have of his stuff. And then got some of my Alabama football stuff here and some Braves collection here. And then this row has a lot of modern cards in it. I think there's like my Brass Harper stuff. I've got some Ohtani stuff in here. I did get rid of some Ohtani rookies from Topps Chrome, but I did hang on to one of these, so I kept this Ohtani rookie. But yeah, I got some Bryce Harper stuff in here. I think there's Chris Bryant as well. Just some guys that as I got back into collecting was hanging on. There's a Buxton. So nothing crazy in here. Some rookie cards. And Dustin put the request out there for like, what's your favorite card of your collection? There was one card that just immediately came to mind. And so I'm not gonna, backpedal from that because that was just my immediate thought. But it was really hard when I started looking at my cards to go like, this is my favorite card, because then you would pull another one out and you go, oh, this is my favorite card. But I know if I had to start all over again and I can only keep one card, that I would definitively go with that first card that came to mind. But that doesn't mean I don't want to show you some other cards that are really important to me in my collection. So start off with some Javi Lopez stuff. The 1999 Skybox Premier Star Rubies out of 50. It's definitely a card that a lot of people would have as a top card in their collection. And it can't be overlooked, of course, the 1998 PMG. It's another one of those cards that, is an easy one. It's kind of a layup card to say, like, this is my favorite card in my collection as well. Also, guys, you see all the Pokemon stuff. I'm in my son's room. He is a Pokemon super collector, so we'll get around to sharing some of that stuff with you as well. This card from 1997, Pinnacle Totally Certified. Easily, this Platinum Gold could have been up there as one of the tops cards in my collection. Out of 30, it could have been a favorite card as well. These are ones that I mulled over, and then this card just has a great story behind it. So the first day issue refractor from Chrome, our Topps Stadium Club Chrome. These are out of 25, and this card was one that I found in the Facebook group. Messaged the guy, he wasn't ready to sell it, and it took me a couple of years to finally get around to making a deal with the guy, but he finally was willing to come around and sell me the card. A few cards that are also pretty important, or cards that just stand out to me. This is from the new Prism set, and this card is out of 10, but this shimmer, this gold shimmer, is just really nice looking on the card. And they're all sticker autos in this set, but the gold shimmers are out of 10. And I mean, I have the black gold shimmer that's out of 2. I even have the 101, but this one it looks the best of all of them. So that card just really stands out, and I really like that card a lot. My favorite current pickup for my collection for Javi Lopez is from the 2006 SPX set, and it's the Winning Big. And this was a card I never realized how incredible it was. I'd seen other people post about this card until I saw this one come up, and then when I got it in hand, the hollow foil there is incredible, but the patch is just amazing. I mean, these are truly like authentic patches, game used in the World Baseball Classic. And in the back of the card itself also has a material swatch in it, and these were out of 40. So it comes with another card that has a matching hologram. But yeah, this card most definitely has been one that I just stop every time I walk by, and I just stop and take a look at it. The card that I really love in my collection is this 2022 Topps Heritage in-person auto of Ronald Acuna Jr. This card was signed in a private signing and then authenticated by Beckett, and this autograph is a little tighter than what you see. It's not as wide as you see in some of his pack issued autographs, but it's very clean, it's not streaky, and I just love the fact that it's him running the bases after he set that incredible record for steals this year in home runs. So I had to add this one to my set, and this is part of that set that I'm working on for Hall of Fame autographs, and I just figured this would eventually end up in that category if Ronald continues down that path. Number 2 card in my collection, and without a doubt, if I couldn't keep the first card, this would be the card that I would keep, even though Freeman is with the Dodgers. And you can't fault the guy. Baseball is a business, and I understand a lot of people don't like the way things went down. But at the end of the day, Freddie Freeman is a tremendous baseball player, but he was also just really good to the Braves fans and to Atlanta. So you can't fault him for doing what he needs to do for himself and his family. But this is the 09 Bowman Chrome. This is his first Bowman auto, and I went with the refractor out of 500. Waited a good while to pull the trigger on this card. Found the one that I liked, and was able to add that one to my collection. And the last card, the most important card, I would say, the centerpiece of my collection, and where I would have to start all over again with one card, would be the 1955 Topps Hank Aaron. Aaron is, to me, the epitome of class in baseball and what he went through off the field, but just the pure baseball player that he was. Just incredible power, but didn't look at incredible power, but he hit a lot of home runs. He's remembered for that, but he was just a really good baseball player all around, and he was a really good hitter. And this card, I mean, it's not his rookie. It's his closest thing I've gotten to a rookie card for Aaron. But if it wasn't Hank Aaron, I don't know if I would be a Braves fan. I grew up in the 90s, but I knew about Aaron before the 90s Braves ever really came into the spotlight as I was a young kid. So Hank Aaron is definitely the staple of my collection. So this is, without a doubt, my favorite card in my sports card collection. There is my favorite card of all my cards in my collection, even though I showed you a lot more. That Hank Aaron 1955 Topps. And I want to challenge another super collector to do a video on what your favorite card or cards are of your collection. We'd love to see that. Dustin, thanks for the opportunity to share my collection on the channel. I'll throw my YouTube channel information up on the screen, Southern Card Collector. If you get a chance, check out my channel. I haven't posted in a while, but holiday season's here. I've got some time off for work, so I'm going to have a chance to kind of get back into some of that. Also, I've got a Pokemon channel with my son. It's called Dad and Son Pokemon. I'll put it up as well if you've got some young kids that enjoy a family fun Pokemon channel, pack openings. He and I, we do that. You can see all the Pokemon stuff in the background. That's what that's from. He is a super collector of modern Pokemon, where he's working on building every set in the last 2 or 3 years. So we have a great time doing that together. But guys, thanks for watching, and keep collecting and doing it for the love of the hobby. See ya.